Hey, what's up, everybody? It is Karla Force, aka Karla Kitty, aka Karma is a Bitch, aka Karma Michaels, aka Karla Noble, aka Karla Robinson. I have been known as so many things, and those were the nice ones. Known as the bitch, the cunt, the empress of the internet, badass with class, badassy, classy, I don't even know. You can call me whatever the fuck you want. I have been known, well, I have been an addict. Let's own that. I have owned that. It's part of my brand. Currently 7 weeks sober. I have a story to tell, and I've been telling it this entire fucking time. But it appears that the only time that people want to listen or talk to you is, well, if you're showing some titty. Can't even get my shirt off here. That's the only time people really want to listen. So before I start, everybody knows that I am the owner of Kitty Karma Magazine. Kitty Karma Magazine was actually started to publish scammers and the victims of scammers. It was not your typical magazine for beautiful women, etc., etc. We have plenty of that all over the internet. A lot of things that I'm going to be discussing or talking about tonight, it's going to sound crazy. It's designed to make me sound crazy. A lot of people say, well, she's on drugs, or she was on drugs, her brain's fried, she doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. Let me point out something. I'm an addict. I'm not a liar. Hacking does exist. Hacking exists for the criminals. Hacking exists for the good feds, good government. And then, we have Mark Zuckerberg. I recently just announced on my Snapchat video that I'm going to be handing this video personally over to every media outlet possible, no matter how far I gotta fucking travel for it. I don't even know where to begin. A lot of people have actually heard me speak about my team. I don't know who my team is. A lot of people go, well, if you don't know who your team is, how do you know that you have a team? I do and I don't. I'm not really sure. I know that a lot of my stuff on social media outlets has been re-hashtagged. Some of my articles that I have blogged about have been not rewritten, but reorganized, I believe, to tell me the story. Occasionally, like I said, it's designed to make me sound crazy, and it's going to be hard for a lot of people to put a lot of it into perspective, and there's so many aspects of the story that one doesn't know where to begin. But let me tell you this. I have reached out to the cops. I have reached out to the FBI. I have reached out to several people in an attempt to get the story heard. There's even one YouTube video that says I'm supposed to be debuting soon. It's been saying that, or I've been kind of under the impression that I'm going to be debuting soon since January of this year. In another article or video, it was basically implied to me that my findings of Kitty Karma Magazine were in fact right. And if people don't know what I'm referring to, my very first issue of Kitty Karma Magazine had basically, it was a hunch that I believed that Mark Zuckerberg was the ringleader in sex trafficking. Why did I believe that? Well, it turns out that porn is illegal in the majority of foreign countries. Very few foreign countries allow porn into their country. America, United States, is the only place that actually has porn. And so when I was actually discovered by a scam artist, Peter McMahon, out of New York City, as soon as my images had hit Facebook pages of pedophiles or sex traffickers, well, I didn't know that that's what they were at the time, I immediately got a following of 10,000 people. And 89% of that, 89% of my following was foreigners. After speaking to several other men and women who had also been discovered by Peter McMahon and hearing their stories and their trials and their tribulations, I had basically come to realize that, I won't say realize, but had wondered if Mark was actually having foreigners and even Americans pay for aspects of Facebook, like private groups and stuff like that, in order to continue on with their sex trafficking. Somewhere along the lines, here recently, I read that I was right. That all social media platforms are basically used as a meat market to lure in unsuspecting victims. There is possibly We Are the movie in the making, and the movie by I believe the producer who she proclaimed I was her business partner, which I was never her business partner. It was just something she said. It was Sarah Kathleen Sullivan was writing the movie, and it was called Evil in Plain Sight. In other words, Facebook has been playing out right in front of us, and the sex trafficking has been going on since 2007, which is, I believe, when Facebook started. What I want people to stop and think back about is the movie Facebook. It showed in that movie that Mark Zuckerberg was being sued for stealing the idea from the twins. I don't know where they would get that idea from, considering Harvard had actually went back through their servers or whatever, and it all went back to Mark's IP address, that he was the one that started phase 1 of Facebook, and it all went back to him. So what idea did Mark steal from the twins? The idea that Mark stole was the sex trafficking idea, and that's when the government became involved. Everybody's getting a cut. All these, how do they say that? All these Indians, or too many Indians, not enough chiefs. I don't even know, but that's when the government became involved. The idea that Mark stole was the sex trafficking idea. They basically paid the twins off, and they shut up. And, well, on top of Facebook being the main source of sex trafficking, and I'm going to own up right now, some of the things I say might be wrong, because they've purposely done things to confuse me if I'm wrong, but I do believe Mark owns Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and so that's a monopoly. First of all, that's illegal. I don't know if a lot of you are aware of that, but you cannot own all those companies. It was kind of divvied up between a few different people. I believe Trump was one of them, and I believe Hillary is another one. Like I said, so many fucking aspects to this. What I had accidentally discovered was nothing more than a hunch. Mark has been selling our personal information to these foreigners that pay for Facebook. I have seen phone bills of people that actually purchase these groups and stuff. For example, and here's the funny thing, I keep throwing these accusations out here at certain people. Mike Weinberger, part owner of BizVid Video out in Las Vegas, had a $2,800 phone bill through, I believe it was Verizon. And I thought, for a business that had 2 people in it, me being the third, and I only worked for them for maybe a month, a $2,800 bill is pretty fucking high. Even for a business that had a 2-man band in it. Crazy bizarre to me. I do believe that Mark buys sex trafficking services. Las Vegas, perfect spot. The reason I even came across that was because while I was out doing my pilot car driving job last year, my phone had stopped working, and so I thought, hey, I'm making money now, and let me help Mark and pay this bill. I'm thinking $100, $200, no big deal. He's, got me this phone line. Let me help out. The bill was $2,800. I don't know what the standard for Mark selling some of these services are, but apparently $2,800. A lot of people will say, well, maybe he got backed up in his bill. Sure, but we all know damn good and well that Verizon isn't going to allow you to get up to $2,800 fucking dollars before they shut the fucking phone off now, are they? Do me this favor. Go look up Carla Force or look up the number 402-680-9586. My name is still on that phone. That name was on that phone when I was actually married to my ex-husband, and that name was in both of our names, James and Karla Force. It is still out there. The phone was cloned and is still being used by others. Who? I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to be throwing a lot out there, and I'm just hopeful that with all the media outlets that I'm going to give this to, that they'll start investigating. If I don't already have a team that's already investigated it and figured a lot of stuff out. Did you also know that originally Facebook had stated that you have to be 18 years old, I believe, or 16 with the consent of a parent to even be on Facebook? Go look at the guidelines. It's now 13. When did Mark Zuckerberg get to decide when our children get to use social media? First of all, I don't know the laws on that, but 13 ain't even consensual. You can't even sign anything. But, and all these usernames that we're allowed to use on different sites, but if you don't use your real name on Facebook, he can ban you, this, that, blah, 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 blah. It's crazy. 13 years old. He's allowing our children to get on there. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, our children can lie about their age via Facebook. Even, doesn't matter. But, I'm also informed that robots exist. And people want to look at me like I'm crazy or stupid or something. But in 2007, citizenship was granted to a robot in the UK. Who the fuck are y'all you to call me crazy? Did y'all not remember that, I don't even know how far back, that robots would be wandering this earth come 2020? Guess what? They're here. I've dated them. I've spoken to them. I've had dealings with them. They're hacking our systems. Michael Charles, the gentleman I dated, whether he's a robot or not, or just works for the government, I don't know, and I don't even fucking care anymore. But the reality is I'm sitting on my phone while I'm in his home, and I can see it come across the bottom of my phone. Password does not work. Guess what? I wasn't trying to get into anything, so why would I be getting the notification that the password's not working that he's attempting to put in? While he's supposedly taking a shit in the bathroom, while I'm out in the living room just playing on my phone. And when I tell him, Mike, stop trying to get into whatever it is that you're getting into because whatever password you're using isn't working. And he responds with, well, what is the password? Well, if I knew, do you think I'd give it to you? So that's where my assumption of I do have a team that is, keeping an eye on my stuff. I've been informed that my identification, my identity has been attempted to be stolen by over 500 people. You Google the name Karla Kitty, Karla Force, any of those fucking names. A lot of the stuff that's out there, stuff that I've put out there. The stuff that I've put out there has been hashtagged, or the story's been completely retold. Leora Noble. Who's Leora Noble? Am I Howard Stern's daughter? Why, there's so many things. Why did my parents leave Iowa 5 days after I was born? Why are the timelines now not adding up for my birth and how far along my mother said she was when she was pregnant? Like I said, I know I'm going literally here, there, everywhere. It's designed to make me sound crazy. Leora Noble is Jewish. He's from Israel. He needed a green card. Karla was broke. Karla was homeless. Karla went along with it. Yeah, I'm aware that it's illegal. But are you also aware that Donald Trump's wife wasn't a legal citizen when he married her? Are you all aware that Mark Zuckerberg's wife was not a legal citizen when he married her? Are you all aware of that? Are you all aware of the fact that Donald and Hillary are the parents of Mark Zuckerberg? Have you ever thought, who are Mark Zuckerberg's parents? We've never heard about them. Isn't that interesting? I'm informed that this goes into Dennis Hoff. When Dennis Hoff died, why did it take them hold on, I apologize, guys. Why did it take them 5 months to do an autopsy? And it turns out that a dead body can sit there for 5 months and you can determine that his cause of death was an overdose of Viagra. I mean, I'm not a mortician or whatever the fuck you want to call them people. Autopsist. I don't fucking know. 5 months the body sits there before you determine, while he's running for a political office, that he died of a Viagra overdose. But yet it's funny that somebody's show named by the name of Eddie Finicario, who I'm on, goes to Dennis Hoff's birthday party after I was offered a job there. Flies out there, goes to his party. As soon as the party ends, Eddie Finicario gets on a plane and leaves. Who flies from New York to Las Vegas for a party and leaves immediately from the party and goes back to New York? Who does that? Who the fuck does that? A murderer. That too. Do I know for a fact? Was I there? No. But I can't imagine somebody as fat as fuck, Finicario, would fly out there on his own fucking dime. It's my belief that Finicario killed him. Could have been an overdose of Viagra, but who gave him the overdose? I think Dennis Hoff probably knows how many pills he can take to fucking keep his dick up, considering he's a pimp and has fucked multiple women. I mean, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. So, I'm sitting here making accusations about a lot of fucking people. Not a one has sued me for slander. Sure, I've got nothing you can sue me for, but there's plenty you can do. Sure, cut her off from the public so nobody can hear or see, say, or anything that she's saying or doing. Pretty good, right? Well, I take a good look at my following. I take a good look at my video views, and all of them are at a halt. All of them have been at a halt for about 5 years now. The list don't go up, and it don't go down. You're not going to tell me that in 5 years, I haven't gained or lost a following. Can anybody explain that to me? I get it. I may not be funny. I may not be that pretty. I may not be a lot of things. But it's going to go up or it's going to go down on a following, on views, on everything. But I think a lot of people fail to remember that our followings can, one, be bought. Mine were never bought. Mine were all organic. All organic. That means I didn't have to buy a single fucking like or follow, which proves that I have, in fact, been cut off from the public. When I say cut off from the public, I mean they cannot see my content. I have my comedy videos, which are hilarious, by the way. You guys are you're gonna be really pissed that they cut me off in the public because, well, I'm the greatest fucking thing. I mean, I might be Howard Stern's daughter. I mean, okay, so yeah, about that. I discovered a marketing tactic. Who knew I actually am fucking smart? I didn't know. I mean, it was just share to multiple fucking groups. I was also the one that said, hey, I want to air from multiple fucking platforms. I guess that was my idea. I thought they were already in the process of doing it, but it turns out that it was my idea, and I spoke on it, and they stole the idea. Anyways, here we go. Back to the gentleman that I married, Leor Noble. I don't believe his name is Leor Noble. I believe the name Leor Noble is a stolen identity of a rich person. I have no fucking clue who Leor Noble is. I met Leor, married him. Next thing I know, I'm wanted dead. Why? Well, if I'm Howard Stern's daughter and Howard Stern just signed a $600 million contract per year And I discovered everything that I discovered in being as cute and as funny and as talented and this marketing guru, a comedian, a hot ass bitch, a fucking porn star with shit that went viral. Guess I'm gonna be worth a lot of fucking money too. So $600 million a year, plus me. I don't even know what somebody like me would make with all those talents per year. If Beth was to take out Howard, that's gonna be a lot of fucking money. They wouldn't want to kill me for that, would they? Nah, people aren't like that. No. Let's say for fun, I am crazy. What if I'm not Howard Stern's daughter? What if I'm not smart? What if I'm not? What if? Why try to kill me? Why? Because I've done nothing wrong. I've sat here and wrote articles about things I thought might be true. And I mean, if I'm wrong, you sue somebody like me for slander, right? No, maybe I'm wrong. Weird shit, right? Like I said, I'm gonna be jumping back and forth. I was a little girl. I don't even remember how old I was. I sat at the end of the hallway of the home that I lived in, looking at this piece of shit named Stanley Robinson. I had to be like a year and a half old. It was my very first thought in life. And I thought to myself, that can't be my dad. I knew it from the time I was a little fucking baby. He was loud. He was abusive. And I didn't even know what abuse was at a year and a half, 2 years old. Didn't know at all. But I just knew then that can't be my dad. Later on in life, Rita Robinson, who is supposed to be my mom, the woman that birthed me, had informed me that she was 8 months pregnant and that Stanley Robinson had choked her out while she was pregnant with me, supposedly. I was also informed that after my birth, they left the state of Iowa 5 days after I was born. It's not normal for people to leave a state or even where they're at 5 days after a child is born. So clearly they were running from something. What, I don't know. I don't know how fucked up it is to think back about your childhood and know that your nickname was Rip. Never know what that nickname meant until you start learning about your life later on at 42 years of age. The word RIP, standing for rest in peace, is my assumption. Just an assumption, but I'm pretty sure that the baby that Rita Robinson was carrying died. And imagine I had to be the replacement. So it's not too far-fetched when you hear about the possibility of me being Howard Stern's daughter. I look at Howard and I look at his beautiful daughters and I look like them. And then I go back and I look at pictures of the Robinsons and the siblings that I thought were my siblings, and I don't look anything like them. And to have all of them calling me crazy. Maybe I am. They don't acknowledge me now. When I have called, I'm told that I died. If you were in my shoes, you'd be wondering and asking a lot of these same questions. I may not be Stern's daughter. Whose daughter am I? Why don't I have answers? Why won't anybody answer me? Why do they tell me, or my biological or so-called biological parents tell me I'm dead? Why was Stanley telling everybody the past 10 years that him and Rita are divorced? Why wasn't Skip Robinson, Earl Allen Robinson, my so-called grandfather, why wasn't he ever around? How did Earl Allen Robinson's wife really die? I was told that they got into a fight. She was really upset. I'm going to guess that there was some cheating going on. She got up to go to work the next morning, got in her car, fell asleep at the wheel, and veered off the road and hit a tree. So I never got to meet my grandma. What the fuck has been going on in this world? Windmills. What are they really used for? Human meat grinders. I'm even reading that. Just give me a second here. Sorry, guys. I'm even reading that humans have been ground up and fed back to us. Sounds pretty disgusting, right? Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But it's not far-fetched. People act like it's not possible. It is very possible. We wouldn't know. I'm also told by James Marshbanks, whether some of these people's names are even real stolen identities, I don't even know, that there is a secretion that comes from a certain age child that is a youth juice. The child has to be scared to a point to secrete this juice, and then the children are killed after that. There's articles out there, some I did not write, but it appears that I wrote, and I did not write some of those things. I want answers. A lot of people probably want answers. Saying it's a conspiracy theory is a polite way of calling me a liar. I'm not a liar. I'm an addict. And people all respond to drugs in different ways. I didn't wake up one day and go, I want to use meth. It was passed to me in capsule form when I had asked an ex, Patrick Maine, for an anxiety pill. We are fed the drug. Most females, I'm going to say females mainly, are given the drug without knowledge, become hooked. It then becomes a disease and addiction. I didn't become your typical crackhead, as you can very well see. Got on my teeth. Yes, I've always been thin, like Stern, like Stanley Robinson. That has nothing to do with my addiction. Yes, I usually normally lose about 15 pounds whenever I do start using. I'm a little bit thinner. My face is not as filled out as it is now. But like I said, I'm an addict. I'm not a liar. I've been putting proof out there all over the internet. I actually have one of the largest digital footprints in the world. I'm going to be doing videos, and like I said, handing them over to media outlets until I am put on TV and I am asked questions left and right until this is investigated and brought to light. I'm not going to sit idly by and keep posting on the internet when I know that they're blocking it from the public. I'm also told that Ace Michaels married me to save my life. I don't know how he would have married me because we didn't do it in person. Did we do it on the internet? Can you get married on the internet? I don't know. My websites have been hacked into. Some of them say Michael's, some of them say Karla Kitty. Identity stolen, brand stolen. Nobody on the internet's a model. We're not anything. We were just told that. And because of likes and comments, we all tend to think that we're fucking famous. And we're not. I was never a model. I was never a radio personality. I did acting for one movie. Was I a porn star? Sure, I posted stuff on Pornhub. That didn't make me a porn star. It was all done as a social media experiment. Anything I put on the internet that has the word porn, suck, fuck, cunt, squirting, anal, fisting, swallowing, choking, gets hits. Why? Because 85% of the internet is actually used for porn. It's what people get on here to do, is to look at that, see it, read it, watch it. I even did a podcast once that said, come listen to me masturbate. That got more listens than any other fucking podcast that I had. It skyrocketed with people listening. I wasn't masturbating. But just because I put that as a title, it is the number one podcast that I have. So I proved my point with that fucking podcast alone. My next biggest one I understand is dribble cock on a dock. You put anything pornographic in any title, you hashtag it with fucking anal fisting or fuck my daughter, let me fuck my daughter, or let my son eat my pussy. Oh, you're gonna get the listens. Trust me on that one. Then you put yourself up there half naked, which I have purposely put myself out there naked. I have purposely put myself out there masturbating. I have purposely put myself out there having sex with randos to prove my point. I have proved my point tenfold and then some. I'm angry. I'm hurt. And I did one thing that I am not proud of. And I will wait for that moment to come to let the media explain to you what I did. But it sealed the fate of what's about to come for the criminals. I spent the last 5 to 6 years of my life having my own ex-husband call me stupid, dumb, drug addict. I've had my identity stolen. I've taken time away from my children to prove this. I don't care about the money and I don't care about the fucking fame. What I do care about is the safety of my children and the safety of the children all around the fucking world. Not only the children, but the victims of sex trafficking just in general. It's real funny that we can all talk about stop human trafficking, but ain't none of you doing one motherfucking thing to stop it, because it's happening right in front of you. Call me crazy, call me whatever the fuck you want. 7 weeks sober. Like I said, I'm an addict. I'm not a liar. I spent 6 years researching it, knowing the truth, putting myself out there, making myself look dumb, making myself look like a whore. This world's created on whores. This world was built by porn stars. We as women gave birth to every fucking living thing on, not every living thing on, every fucking human being on this planet. So it is the power of the pussy that built this world, built this country. I'm at 35 minutes right now. The videos are going to keep coming. And these videos, like I said, are going to be personally handed to every fucking possible media outlet out there. hand delivered, because me being blocked from the public ends tonight. Karma is a bitch, and she's now on foot, and she's going to be doing the literal footwork. With all that being said, Mark Zuckerberg, Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, you can go fuck yourselves.